Opinions are like buttholes. You gotta have one, or how else are you gonna get your bullshit out? Now, granted, that metaphor applies specifically to bulls, but like also same shit, same diff. Thing is, you gotta get your air out of your body regardless of your orifice, because if you don't, you'll be awkwardly full of farts and have to sit there with that I totally don't have to fart look on your face all through dinner. Polite, but hiding something, like an NPR true crime podcast. Passive, but going somewhere dark. And you're not really going to enjoy the evening at all, because all you're thinking about is when would be the right time to release this gut bull into the wild. Biding your time with smiles and nods, keeping up with the wine, because that's only going to help when the hosts call it an evening and they got to get up early. Because, of course, it's not your home and there's guests. So no matter where you could possibly go to blast this grumpkin, you're going to be discovered. The mystery's not too thick to navigate. There's only a few suspects, and you can't blame the dog because they don't have one, because Marsha's allergic. And of course there was a cheese board, which is only going to help you fart more. But you knew there was going to be a cheese board. Ever since 2010, if you don't have a cheese board at minimum when guests arrive, you're immediately branded reckless, which takes forever to wear off. Yeah, it's not like you didn't have an open bar at a wedding. You're not a fucking barbarian. But still, that stink sticks. And sure, to you it doesn't really matter. Cheese boards are not essential to a gathering. But that's not a fact. That's an opinion. Holy shit, you got one, see? But you can't use it, especially not at dinner with Marsha sitting right there. You know that's gonna go. That's not the right time to let that bull out of the pen. You gotta hold back until the right moment when you can let it fly, like the epic fudge gust you're gonna unleash when you get home. Like if a bouncy castle exploded in your studio bathroom. There is a time and a place for opinions, human, is what I'm saying. The internet is your collective bathroom of sweet release, so browse responsibly. And there is no better example of time, place, and reason for an opinion than a movie review. This is not a hot take on global politics. This is not taking on an unfiltered Thanksgiving rant from your Uncle Patriot on taxes and healthcare. This is not a space to really get into it about human rights. Nay, those are for research and intellectual discourse and logic and compassion. This is a movie review, a house of petty opinionation, judgments, catty observations, and a rating of up to 5 stars, because anything more than that's stupid. 5 is the final criteria. It's not an even number, so there's no half shit here. It's either A, B, C, D, or F. No curve, no added points for good behavior, no fucking pluses. Fuck is that? You either got an A or you didn't. Do or do not. There is no try. You want to argue with Yoda? Go ahead. That's just your opinion, though. He'll force you the fuck off the planet, idiot. What are you even doing here? In a movie review, there are absolutes. Here, there are failure. Do you know where you are? You're in the jungle, baby! And yeah, there's a lot to talk about in the world, a lot of madness and horror, but right here, right now, we're going to get into it about something I think is on all of our minds, even if we don't want to say it, even if we don't want to acknowledge it, even though it is bubbling in our guts like the wine and cheese, wanting desperately to be heard and noted, and we can't because we're trying to stay polite. Sony Pictures' Madame Web. Released Valentine's Day 2024. This is a love letter indeed, but not to the superhero film or really to human movies at all. But instead, a heart-shaped Hallmark card to doing whippets and superhero jammies while surf riding a flaming bus, careening off a cliff into a low-flying prop plane filled with designer suits and hairspray. This shrooming Minecraft cart ride off the tracks stars Dakota Johnson as Cassandra Webb, not to be confused with Madame Web from 1977, who appeared in a Hostess ad where she tried to kidnap Spider-Man because she was in love with him, only to be bribed into surrender with a Twinkie. Also not to be confused with the Madame Web that former Spider-Woman, Julia Carpenter, previously Cornwall, would later become in her place, even though Sydney Sweeney's character is Julia Cornwall, not yet Carpenter, not yet Spider-Woman in this film. Just in case you were confused, it's fine. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Because none of it is canon in Sony's movie, because fuck you, that's why. Cassandra is having a hard time as a paramedic whose best pal is Ben Parker, a.k.a. Uncle Ben, a.k.a. Ben Wyatt from Parks and Rec, and they both know Mike Epps and frequent his patio grill-outs. Cassandra has a near-death experience which unlocks her ability to see and be in multiple dimensions, the strands of time coming together, a web, if you will. And you should, because that's as deep as it gets. Meanwhile, evil Ezekiel Sims, not to be confused with the Ezekiel Sims from Amazing Spider-Man number 30, where he wasn't evil and he got his powers from a spider totem ritual and kind of helped Spider-Man out. But he was always barefoot in a designer suit, which Tahar Rahim is frequently in. So, like, that's canon good enough. He's having visions of 3 spider women in tight cosplay, and they're gonna kill him. So he figures he's gonna find them as teenagers and murder them first. Tonally reasonable and the least unhinged thing this bong rip of a plot does. Cassandra is also having the same visions, kind of, sort of, it doesn't matter. The screenplay was rewritten by 4 screenwriters, 2 of whom wrote Morbius. So in the end, it comes off like the plot huffed Novocaine and went for a bike ride. And she decides to find these teenage girls and help them stop Ezekiel without actually knowing why, how, what, or when. It doesn't matter because there's Sydney Sweeney, Isabella Marced, and Celeste O'Connor as the fearsome threesome spider women, Anya Corazon, Maddie Franklin, and as previously mentioned, Julia Cornwall, later Julia Carpenter, later Spider-Woman, later Madam Web. It's like Vanderpump Rules. If you give a shit, you get it. If you don't, whatever. Everybody looks great. So, Dakota Johnson helps them escape by accidentally bringing them to the spot where Ezekiel was waiting in the dark, like a Spider-Man looking in a kink suit. Never really explaining what's going on. Then she hijacks a cab and takes these 3 girls into the woods to wait. But she's got to go back because she remembered her mom was murdered in the jungles of Peru trying to find a rare spider while she was pregnant with Cassandra Webb, played by Dakota Johnson, whose real mom is Melanie Griffith, just in case you don't know how nepotism works. So, to recap. Anastasia Steele just convinced 3 teenage girls, strangers to each other and to her, to get in a cab because they were being hunted by a very good-looking man whose entire character sounds like it was written for Tommy Wiseau, drove them to the woods and left them there. It's not kidnapping, it's DiGiorno's. From then on, the movie stops caring what you think, what you want, how humans actually function in logic, and just get out of the room, Dad. You're being such a gomer right now. And it barrels into explosions, a spider cult in the jungle, whack-a-damn-do freak-out vision sequences like an ayahuasca screensaver. Cassandra hits Ezekiel with a car, not once but twice, showing her real superpower is vehicular manslaughter in an origin story tangled more than Christmas lights after remove. I don't want to spoil it for you, because that's impossible. There's no way you would understand what the hell was going on, even if I told you. You just got to strap in and feel it. It's not so much a movie as a tone poem with explosions and dialogue that sound like somebody came to after surgery. Performances are connected to reality like Twilight and The Room, anchored by the most bewilderingly apathetic performance since 50 Shades Free. It's hypnotic, captivating in its campy wiles, like a date you know is crazy, but you kind of want to see where this goes, because how the fuck else you got going on? And yeah, in the end, it's another byproduct of the multiverse that was ripped open in twain ever since Marvel sold the rights to Sony in 1999, the timeline branching into 10 Spider-Men, 2 Venom, and a Morbius, leaving us here in this universe where everyone looks like they took Ambien and strapped themselves into a perpetually burning roller coaster. It's incredible to witness, confounding to try and rationalize, and will forever piss off couch-riding misogynist fanboys, but what doesn't? Fish in a barrel. And I'm sure they're going to come for me in the comments for even saying fish in a barrel. Well, you don't have to work hard in the comic book adaptation arena to get more well-actuallys than a woman at a tech conference, but whatever. Their disappointed rage jumps are futile. I've seen what they dig. Opinions being buttholes and all. In the end, this movie takes bigger swings than a wine-drunk cousin in a batting cage. Never connecting, but never not entertaining. It's high camp that doesn't know what it is. Written by an alien trying its best, but it didn't do the reading, making AI sound like it totally nailed it. In between bafflingly awesome stunts and action from S.J. Jessica Jones Clarkson in a plot that may not be canon, but it can sure shoot a fucking t-shirt. Bonkers, wild, trashy, void of connection to the source material or reality at all, and loud like a bachelorette party at a karaoke bar, and just as untamed. 5 stars.